Season 1 of Wonderkid FC Rivals. Right, for anyone who doesn't understand what's going on, we have created a database. We have created two teams, Wonderkid City and Wonderkid Wanderers. We have added them into League 2, and we have filled them full of players. You can see the names of the players here. We go on to just general view. See the names of the players here, and we've got Wonderkid Wanderers. You can see all the names of the players here. Now, you may recognize a lot of these names. A lot of these names are going to be in chat. If you want to get involved in it, all you need to do is redeem the channel point redeem to become a Wonderkid. They're all locked at the club until the year 2042. So we've got 20 years of these players locked at the clubs. They're all 16 years old. All of them for Wonderkid Wanderers are British Virgin Islands. And all of them for Wonderkid City represent US Virgin Islands. So we're going to see how they progress as well. And as well, we've added in two managers, Mr. FM Llama and Mr. Y Callum. So we're going to be seeing how they get on as well. And as you can also see, as Alexandria has redeemed the cash boost for Wonderkid team, if you have the channel points, we've got two new channel point redeems. Both of them are 2,000 channel points each to buff your Wonderkid by 5 current ability, or to cash boost your team by 10% of their current boost. But should we jump into it? Should we see how we've done? We've got a special view here called Wonderkid View. So we are looking at the moment at Wonderkid City. So Wiggly Grub made the most appearances, 51. He is the goalkeeper, so that's not a surprise. 46 games in League 2, played every single game, keeping 19 clean sheets. I would be very surprised, by the way, guys. Looking at this immediately, I would be very surprised if either of these teams didn't get promoted. I would be very surprised. Remember, we're in League 2. HC, let's have a look at you. So you are a right back. You played 36 appearances, 8 assists and 2 man of the match and a goal. You've also got 2 caps for the US Virgin Islands. We'll have a look at the international team shortly as well. HC, you're looking good. You're looking good. Let's have a look at Sunny. So Sunny's over in Wonderkid Wanderers. Defender for Wonderkid Wanderers. Looks like you played 30 games in the league, in 3 goals and an assist, and a 6.99 average. Enthusiastic centre-back. You're looking very good. You played a full season pretty much, obviously with a little bit of rotation. Liberty, we'll have a quick look at you. So you are an all-encompassing defender. You played 41 games in League 2. Getting a 6.78, so pretty average, but you did all right. You did all right. Without a set position, you've probably been floating around the back line a little bit. You were also unflappable and a model citizen. So there we go. Everyone's a model citizen, by the way, at the start of the game. Obviously, those personalities might change, but we'll see. We'll see. Checkmate Aki, let's have a look at you. Let's have a look. It looks like you've actually been retrained as an attacking midfielder, because I think we put you in as a defensive. Either way, you've played 38 games, including sub-appearances, 2 assists, 6.61, not great. 5'5", you're on the shorter side, but there's nothing wrong with that. Tom, you got 22 goals. That's already more than you got in the entire save last time out. Let's have a look at Tom. Where's Tom? Which team do you play for, Tom? I think you're in Wonderkid City. 22 goals in all competitions with 43 league games played. You actually only averaged a 6.95 average rating after you got 24 goal involvements. I think that's pretty... I mean, that's a bit of a harsh rating on you. Virginian Haaland. You've got 5 goals in 2 caps, so you're already smashing it. Wiggly Grub, hello, my friend. We just had a look at you, Wiggly Grub. You've played pretty much every game in goal for us this season, or for Wonderkid City in goal. You've done very, very well. 19 clean sheets. Arnell doesn't play. Where are you? Central midfielder. What did you get? 32 appearances in the league, 5 assists and 2 goals, and 6.83. Again, you are another unflappable. We have got some seriously unflappable players. I can know that my height and weight, damn. Is that your actual height and weight? Everything's randomised. Everything like height and weight and everything like that. Footedness is all randomised. The trifecta. So what I've done, every Wonderkid that comes in, just to make sure they are a Wonderkid, has got this. Determination, teamwork, and work rate. They're the only attributes that I've set. Everything else is randomly generated. I've set those to be 15. Just to make them the ultimate Wonderkid, basically. So who got the most goals? So How We Roll Owen actually got 20 goals. Ducky got 18 goals, and Just Martin got 18 goals for the Wanderers. And for City, it was Tom and Callum. Well, Callum's not taken. They were the two that tipped over 20 goals. So not as many goals from our Wonderkids maybe in Wonderkid City. We've also got, I added in like, I think 6 squad filler players. You'll see some of their names. I've gone for the humorous names. They're all 16-year-old as well. They're not as good at us as us. They haven't got as much potential as us. They're your average, below average League 2 players, basically. But they're just in there as squad fillers. So maybe our sub-goalie got a couple of games. It's looking good. So caps-wise, everyone for Wanderers got a cap for the British Virgin Islands, apart from Will got Badman and Alistair. And who didn't play internationally for City? Alexandria didn't get any games, any call-up for the US Virgin Islands, and neither did Limo, despite them both playing quite a lot of games for us. Yeah, here's Armstrong, 5'7". Didn't play that many games, actually, Armstrong. Only 20 games in total, 8 starts. 3 assists, though. He did all right. There's a lot of potential in this young man here. Predictions, guys. Which team do you think's finished highest, first of all? And who do you think's been promoted? Obviously, there's 3 promotion spots plus a 4th for the playoff. I'm thinking that Wanderers won the league. Just because of the amount of goals. Wanderers have won the league, and I'm thinking City maybe came second. Right, let's have a look at it. So Wonderkid City have won the league. Wonderkid Wanderers are second. Wow, I did not see that coming. Tom with the golden boot. Tom has got the golden boot, followed by Owen and Ducky. So Tom, you carried him. Wanderers have a great defence. Very interesting. Let's have a look at the extended table. So Wanderers, well, to be fair, Wanderers actually scored more goals. So maybe if you look through it, there may have been more. I maybe skimmed it a bit too much. But let's have a deep dive into Wonderkid City. Let's have a look at them then. These are the kits we've added in. What do you guys think of the kits? So I've created these. Home, away, and third kit. I think they look all right, don't they? And who's this little guy over here? Y Callum with his first season silverware. Shared them out, but yeah, it might be a little bit more shared out. We may have signed a couple of players on loan or signed a couple of new players who got a few games as well. Y Callum is the manager of Wonderkid City. I've made them all Wonderkid managers as well. So him and FM Llama, they both start with the same 100 current ability and a -10 potential ability. The only attribute I added in was, I think I put determination, discipline, and motivating at 15. And I put working with youngsters at 20. That's the only attribute I added, and I didn't mess with anything else. And they're also manager of their respective national team as well. So as you can see here, Llama is manager of the US Virgin Islands as well as Wonderkid City. There. If we look at Wonderkid Wanderers, FM Llama, look at this cheeky guy. Look at this guy. You've shaved years off me. 30, you're a sprite young thing, Llama. So he is also manager of the British Virgin Islands as well as Wonderkid Wanderers. I think it's good having the 2 teams because we've only got like 17 Wonderkids on each team. So you're more likely to get game time basically. Whereas when we've got 20, 25 all in one team, you're always going to get that one that doesn't get many games early on and then because of that doesn't develop and then they don't get games later on. But like, for example, Henry's joining, and I think we have Eclipse is going to be joining. So we're going to have 2 new Wonderkids. If anyone does want to enter, then all you need to do is redeem the channel point redeem to become a join Wonderkid FC, and we'll get you in. But those players, I won't be able to lock them at the club because newly added players into the database using the editor, I can't lock at the club. So they'll be free to move around, go to Barcelona, Juventus, wherever they want to go to. But yeah, let's have a little bit more of a deep dive then. So, Wonderkid Wanderers. So, is he Mike Hawk? He's the one who got a couple of games off you, Wold. Harry Cade. Juan the Kid. Yeah, some of these players are squad players that we added into the game just to fill out the team. Oh, I'm witty. How witty am I? Let's have a look at Wonderkid Wanderers' transfer history. So, it looks like they had a few players in on loan. And they only made one actual signing. Dion Curtis Henry. A goalkeeper. Okay, like a backup goalkeeper. How many goalkeepers are needed? I mean, this is the issue, isn't it? I mean, we've already got we've got Wiggly Grub and we've got Wold as the goalkeepers. And then we've got the 2 youngster added squad players. And now they've signed another goalkeeper. He hasn't played much, though. Let's look at transfers for Wonderkid City. Oh, that's good. I can just flick between the 2. So Wonderkid City's transfers. Well, they actually made a money transfer. So they signed Matt Smith, a striker, who actually played 7 games and got 5 goals. Interesting. So they've got an older head, 34-year-old Matt Smith. Powerful striker. 2 acceleration. That is crazy. 3 pace. 6'6". My God. Is this guy available in in draft mode? Imagine this guy in draft mode. Just ping it onto his head. 19 heading, 18 jumping reach, 16 strength, 19 bravery. A lamppost up front, 100%. They've signed him. They've also signed Sam French, another goalkeeper. So both teams have gone for an experienced goalkeeper that isn't actually playing. Interesting. So not many signings. Worth noting as well that both teams started, I believe, on 3 million. 3 million in the balance. So Wonderkid Wanderers balance has gone down quite a bit. Let's see if we can look at any reasons why that might be. There's no real reasons here why it wouldn't be. Youth category lowered. Wonderkid Cities. Not much difference. Youth category lowered. That's about it. They've all got the same facilities as well. So average training facilities, but state-of-the-art youth facilities and exceptional youth coaching. So what we'll probably see, a lot of the youth players that enter in the under-19s being exactly this, from all over the place. So we've got a Croatian at City, we've got a Korean, Ghanaian. So they're both teams are based in London with exceptional youth recruitment, so they potentially could suck up some of the best youth players around and get some of the best new gens. So Llama here. Let's have a look at the British Virgin Islands. So pretty much all the players here are going to be from Wonderkid Wanderers, you would say. All the top players you can see. National team, see most of the players are in there. There's a couple of players from Hanley, isn't that based? Aren't they in England? It's an English team, Hanley. And Islanders FC, which is the British Virgin Islands team. Apart from those, all the rest of the players are our Wonderkids. Let's have a look at their fixtures. They actually had a game against the US Virgin Islands. The opening game, I believe it would have been. Most likely, this is their opening game that any of the Wonderkids played in. And they beat US Virgin Islands 2-0. With Just Martin and Duck God of Quack getting the 2 goals. And against Bonaire, I've not even heard of this nation before. How We Roll Owen, Wonderkids, and Rowan Lennon, a 50-year-old. A 50-year-old also got in amongst the goals. That's good. Good for the British Virgin Islands, still sticking to their roots. British Virgins are better than American Virgins. Confirmed. 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 Let's have a look how the US Virgin Islands have got on with Y Callum at the helm. The team is full of Wonderkid City players, obviously. Yes, they lost against British Virgin Islands, but then won 7-0 against Cayman Islands, with Tom getting 5 goals, Callum getting a goal, and Aruhan getting a goal. What's going to be interesting is having a team full of potentially some of the best players in the world. Could either of these teams get to the World Cup? I reckon there's a chance both these teams could progress. What we're also going to keep an eye on is their world ranking. So as you can see, if we scroll all the way down. So there's only 2 teams in the world with a lower ranking, Anguilla and San Marino. So it'll be interesting to see how these 2 teams do as we progress through the years. It's interesting to know that the Wonderkid City's finances are higher than the Wanderers. Oh, should we have a look at cups? So Wanderers, let's have a look at the fixtures. So it looks like they lost in the opening round of the League Cup on penalties to Shrewsbury. That isn't very good. But they did win the opening fixture, the historic first ever opening fixture between the teams. Wanderers managed to win away from home, a 3-2 win, with Owen getting 2 penalties and Just Martin getting a goal. Cancel out Alexandria's penalty and Christos' goal. Let's have a look. They also got knocked out in the first round of the FA Cup. So maybe City have got a little bit further in the FA Cup. They lost to Forest Green at home. Let's have a look at the return leg fixture as well. They also beat City at home. So they did the double. Wanderers did the double over City despite City winning the league. That is impressive. They beat City 2-0 with Owen and Sonny getting a goal. Alright, so let's look at Wonderkid City's games. Let's scroll up. So we know they lost to Wonderkid Wanderers. They beat Wigan in the first round, but lost in the second round of the League Cup to Bolton. FA Cup, they beat Barnet 4-1. They beat Barnet 4-1 in the first round of the FA Cup. They beat Wrexham 2-1 in the second round. And then they hosted Rotherham. And they lost 1-0 to Rotherham in the third round. So potentially that's how they've got a little bit more money. I mean, the cup runs haven't been that much more. Maybe just getting to the third round was the thing. It's really interesting to see that they lost both games to Wanderers, but still managed to secure the league title. I mean, look at this. Is it Wiggly grabbing goal? Wiggly grabbing in goal for City. They 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clean sheets in a row. That's how they've done it, isn't it? Yeah, so I am going to keep an eye on how the managers do. Obviously, the managers are not locked at the club. I haven't made them unsackable. I haven't done anything with them apart from just put them at the club and give them 5k each. So they could get sacked. We'll look at the season preview. So the season preview actually put Wanderers as the favourites, Wonderkid as just behind them. The Media Dream 11 was all of our kids, obviously. Obviously. It's going to be interesting now to see what happens in League One. Guys, what are your predictions for League One? What's going to happen next season? I think back-to-back. I think back-to-back's a possibility. Playoffs minimum. I think we've got to be aiming for that kind of area. I think back-to-backs for both teams could be possible. Obviously, the ultimate goal of this is to see if either of these teams can win the Premier League or the Champions League. I think this is a good start. This is a good start. I think it's possible. I think it's possible.